and welcome back to the most amazing channel on the internet. I'm your host Rebecca Felgate, and today we're talking about the top 10 scary Disney plot twists. So, big question before we get into this video, what is your favourite Disney movie? These days I'm thinking that mine are the new Star Wars movies because I am so very here for them, but in terms of old traditional Disney I'm thinking I'm gonna have to go with Beauty and the Beast. Probably. Although I do really like Brave and Aladdin. Too many to choose from. But let me know your pick in the comment section down below. Also, while you're down there, why don't you like this video and share it with a friend? And if you guys want to connect with me on social media, there's a link to my Instagram in the description box. Alright, plot twists, what you got? Coming in at number 10, we have Hans showing his true colours in Frozen. Frozen is a great movie as sisterly love prevails over all, but we don't realise that till the end. Through most of the movie, we think that Anna and Hans are embarking on a classic Disney romance, but in the end he turns on her when she needs him the most. Anna's heart gets frozen and she needs Han to kiss her, and this is how we find out he isn't who we think he is.
Oh, Anna. If only there was someone out there who loved you.
Like seriously, dude, what? As a single girl in my late 20s, I have to say there is nothing scarier than this happening when you think you found the one. Beyond driving a metaphorical dagger through Anna's heart, he also admits to conspiring to murdering the two princesses. I guess love is not such an open door after all. I knew it. Coming into number 9, we have the identity of the kabuki mask villain in Big Hero 6. Big Hero 6 is such a great movie, I loved it, but it is bittersweet. It starts off pretty sad when Hero's brother dies in a fire at his university. Hero was showing off his own inventions when the fire started, and his brother rushes back into the building to try and save his beloved teacher, Professor Callahan. Both unfortunately appear to die in the flames, and honestly, I was crying. It is a huge shock then when the evil masked figure threatening the lives of Hero and his friends turns out to be none other than Callahan, alive and well.
Professor Callahan?
Not only is the masked villain really scary, it turns out that he is very much a devil they knew. Coming in at number 8, we have Tika is Te Fiti in Moana. I honestly never saw this coming. So basically in Moana, the Polynesian islands that they all live on are being blighted by an angry volcanic god, Tika. Basically, she's a fiery spirit. Literally, she breathes and rains fire and destruction. Apparently, this disorder started off when the goddess of nature and peace, Te Fiti, lost her heart a millennium ago. The twist is that actually the fiery goddess, so filled with anger, is the goddess of peace. Who knew? I honestly never saw that plot twist coming. Tika honestly really scares me. I'm glad that Moana was able to quell her. Ooh. Coming in at number 7, we have Ernesto murdering Hector in COCO. So we spend the whole movie thinking that the great musician Ernesto de la Cruz is Miguel's dead relative, and when he ventures into the spooky but oddly fun world of the dead, we're all for meeting him. At first it seems like Ernesto is a great guy and much deserving of his fame, but the horrifying plot twist is that actually, he isn't a great guy, he's a thief and a murderer. Honestly, murder is always a scary plot twist in my book. Luckily, we find out that actually Hector was not only Miguel's actual great-great-grandfather, but he was the real musical genius, and the young boy is able not only to reunite his ancestor with his long-lost dead wife, but also rectify public opinion of Ernesto. Honestly, still scary though. Ooh, this freaks me out so hard. I don't know if you guys have seen this movie, but it's all about Mombi's heads in Return to Oz. Return to Oz was released in 1985 by Walt Disney Pictures and is a live-action sequel to The Wizard of Oz. In itself, as a follow-up from Frank Baum's classic, it is a pretty big plot twist. Dorothy is sent to an insane asylum for her ravings about Oz, and is also about to receive electric shock therapy when she escapes and finds herself with a talking chicken in a pen stuck in quicksand on the outskirts of Oz. What a wild night. When she gets back to Oz, she realizes that all isn't well at all. What was once a beautiful paradise has dimmed. The yellow brick road is broken and the Emerald City has crumbled to ruin. The biggest twist for me in this terrifying movie is when Dorothy visits Princess Mombi, who we think will help her, but then it turns out she's actually a head collecting monster.
Just who might you be? What are you doing here?
I'm Dorothy Gale.
Uh-oh. She's also a friend of the Gnome King and wants to offer Dorothy to him. Mombi. So scary. Coming into number 5, we have Scar betraying his brother in The Lion King. Like, I don't know if it's necessarily a plot twist if we saw it coming, but sure, it's also still very scary. We know that Scar is not a nice lion from the very beginning when he's conspiring with hyenas, but I guess I never really thought that he would actually kill his brother. I didn't really see that coming. He set up a trap and Simba and Mufasa fell into it. That whole stampede scene was very scary, and honestly I was really upset by Mufasa's death as a kid. The hyenas in that movie are also truly terrifying. I saw the Lion King musical this year for my mum's birthday, and honestly, it's still really scary when you see the hyenas like dancing in the elephant bones. Get out of here. Okay, listen, I'm fully going for this since Disney now owns the rights, so like, don't even at me. Coming into number 4, we have Darth Vader is Luke's father in Star Wars. Yep, that's right, it's in my Disney list. What are you gonna do? Darth Vader is one of the scariest movie villains of all time. His ominous presence, his all-consuming power, his breathing, it freaks people out, and it's been freaking people out since the 70s. But that scene in The Empire Strikes Back when Darth Vader and Luke are fighting, well, it's absolute horror, isn't it? We think he's about to kill Luke and like he does chop off his hand. Then as Luke accuses him of killing his father, one of the biggest movie plot twists of all time happens. Let's have a look, shall we?
I am your father.
Honestly, the look of fear on Luke's face does say it all. Like, what does this even mean? Coming into number 3, Princess Jasmine loves Jafar in Aladdin. I was shocked at this moment, and to me it was truly scary as I thought that maybe, just maybe, the genie had placed a love spell that worked on our favourite princess, and she was about to get down and dirty with the evil sorcerer and sultan wannabe. Basically, as we know, Jafar captures and imprisons Princess Jasmine. He had attempted to marry her many times before, but she rebuffed him. He dresses her in frankly not PG appropriate sexy red and demands that the genie make her fall desperately in love with him. Have a watch.
Jafar. I never realized how incredibly handsome you are.
Then this happens.
What a street rat.
If the genie had cast a love spell, it would have been a truly horrifying plot twist. In the end, it is a false twist with Princess Jasmine simply playing along to help Aladdin. Nonetheless, it was still scary. I didn't want to see those two snog. Coming into number 2, we have finding out that Lotso is not such a nice bear in Toy Story 3. We meet Lotso the bear, which stands for Lotso Hugs, by the way. We meet him at the daycare center as the Toy Story crew are donated. At first, we see him as good, well-meaning and friendly. He's a pink fluffy bear after all. As the gang say, what a nice bear. And he smells like strawberries. Sadly and scarily, Lotso is revealed to be not so nice after all. He runs the daycare with a strict utilitarianism, a bit like a toy Hitler, and he imprisons some of the gang. I was just about an adult when Toy Story 3 came out, but he still honestly terrified me, as did the evil baby. I know we do find out his backstory later, and like a lot of nasty people out there, he does have a sad story, which for a while makes us feel a bit sorry for him, but then the ultimate betrayal happens. The final betrayal is in the incinerator, which is unacceptable and horrifying.
Where's your kid now, Sheriff?
I wonder if we'll be seeing Lotso making an appearance in Toy Story 4, which is coming out next year. Whatever happens, I imagine that the movie will be filled with plot twists. Alright, this was the scariest for me as a kid. Finally coming into number 1, we have Maleficent turning into a dragon in Sleeping Beauty. Can we just talk about when Maleficent straight up turns into a dragon and breathes crazy electrical fire? She's trying to kill the prince coming to rescue Sleeping Beauty, and hell hath no fury like Maleficent scorned. I know she had like a horn crown cow thing, but honestly, I didn't realize she was a dragon. I was truly terrified. At first it seemed like she was a regular sort of like evil queen or witch or sorceress, but nope, she is straight up metamorphosizes into a huge winged snappy beast. 5-year-old me was terrified. Honestly, I think Prince Philip's face says it all. Okay Okay guys, so that was the top 10 scary Disney movie plot twists. Do let me know what you thought to this list, which did you find the scariest, and what is your favourite Disney movie? Let me know in the comments section down below. Before I go, I just want to read some comments from one of my most recent videos on the top 10 channel. We have the top 10 scary Egyptian urban legends. Jasmine Grimm said, "Can't really blame King Tut. I wouldn't want my grave dug up and my body in a museum either." Ahmed Shulk said, "I love this channel and that's why I joined as a sponsor." Thanks, Ahmed. A lot of you guys were asking if I was okay because I sounded a little ill. You wondered if I was like sick or sad, and honestly, thank you so much for your concern. I was having like a really bad day, and it'd be really easy for me to sit here and pretend to you that people on screens don't have terrible days, but we do, just like you. And honestly, I couldn't do much about it, so I just pushed through, and if you guys are also going through any kind of hard time, I believe in you, and you can push through too. Life is hard sometimes, but we are gonna make it through, and we're gonna stick together. So thank you. Lots of love to you all. Mwah! I'm your host Rebecca Felgate, and I'll see you next time.